Alrighty, so welcome to the Sunday stream. I'm your host, Parflower39. Today I'll be streaming Oblivion, the remaster. It's been some time since my last stream. Been working mostly. But I'm here now, so let's make the most of what time I got. Alright. Okay, so yeah, I'm back. Trying to think. I've been thinking about some things off stream. Kind of sort of what to do next, I guess. I've been meaning to try and commit myself to YouTube, but time has been sort of chaotic on my end. And right now, I'm hot as hell. Give me a sec. There we go. Fan's running. If you hear a hum in the back, that's because that's my fan. Okay. Okay, so yeah. So last I left off, I cashed in on my Dark Brother contract. And I'm trying to think now. I think I've been assigned to do some other things. Actually, I think I need to go to the Arcane University right now. I feel like I've been fast traveling a lot lately. I want to try and maybe lighten up on that, but yeah. Oh, there we go. So we got something to cash in on a little bit. Let's do that then. No, I don't want that, no. So I'm going to need, let me see. It's late right now in game. And above game. Still, if it's just to check it out, then I don't suppose it would hurt too much just to check out the area. Alright. So, yeah. I'm trying to think. So, yeah, let's do some exploration on foot right now. I'm trying to think what to talk about. I've been thinking about revisiting some old games I played on Twitch and replaying them on YouTube a little bit. The games I played were pretty extensive, however, I also know that give me a second, one moment. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so, and I'm trying to at the very least minimize some noise on my end. I already got the fan humming in the back. I don't need more stuff going on. Alright. So, yeah, no, I've been thinking about maybe replaying some older games I played on Twitch. Maybe do the Hitman series, the reboot at least. I have Hitman 3 on Steam, along with the full chapters, so, you know. Wouldn't hurt to replay that again. Trying to think. Wouldn't hurt to replay Tomb Raider either, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to replay Tomb Raider a bit. Just, play the reboot trilogy. And then work my way backwards with the, with Core Design's original releases. I made my feelings known on Twitch, but I'll make them known now. I started playing Tomb Raider with the reboot series, and I thought they were pretty good. However, looking back now and replaying at the very least the first Tomb Raider game, I could definitely see people not finding it as appealing as the original games. At the very least before the Angel of Darkness came out. And so, with the way things are currently, for Lara Croft, she is in an awkward situation. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. What a macabre display. Let's go inside. I wonder if I could find like a Grand Soul Gem in there or something. Hold on, let me see. That is probably the most Oblivion moment I've ever come across. And I just realized I'm reloading my quick save. So yeah, no, I got started playing Tomb Raider with the reboot trilogy, at least. At the very least, when I was starting my playthrough on Twitch. I have not gotten to Shadow of the Tomb Raider yet. However, I have gone back to play. But yeah, I have gone back to play the original Tomb Raider, which was pretty enjoyable. There's one thing I really do have a criticism over the original Tomb Raider, is just how just archaic it is to play on PC. Which isn't surprising given the fact that the game was originally meant to run on DOS. But still, it's an insufferable pain in the ass a bit to play. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Note. Where is it? Primary sites, Dark Fissure, Forland, Winleck. Altars have been raised. Acronite's been called. Watch the skies for once a week, for his grace shines down on us. Alrighty. Alright, what do I got? You got a petty soul. Oh, great. A petty soul. No wonder it was worth shit all. Ah, but you'll do fine. Second wind, pricks. Muramasa hungers. The blade hungers for more. Nope, being silenced right now. Quick, jump around like a pansy prick. There we go. Let's see here. I need Soul Trap. No, the hell with it. I got like plenty of these anyway. Muramasa hungers. There we go. Look at that. Another Grand Soul Gem. Alright, so yeah, as I was saying. Yeah, so when I got into Tomb Raider, I worked my way backwards from the reboot, and I found the first game to be pretty interesting and engaging. And then I looked into like the sequels subsequently after that to see like how the story progresses. And there's one thing I can say for certain, and it's the fact, and it's this without a shadow of a doubt, is the fact that Lara Croft is not a bitch in the it's not a crying bitch in the original. Which was kinda sort of a surprise to me a little bit, given the fact that I know Lara's story from the... Let me see here. Okay. Where is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do some exploring right now. Rejoice, rejoice. Anyway, so yeah, I worked my way backwards for the... Yeah, worked my way backwards a bit for the Tomb Raider games, and I knew Lara's story to some extent because of the Angelina Jolie movie, along with that, the reboot. Let's see here. Yep. You got a Daedric Battle Axe. I'll take it, actually. Yeah. Actually, how am I carrying this much weight? Oh, okay. Cruelty's heart and pitiless justice. Alright. Fair enough. Anyway. Yeah, so I knew of the Angelina Jolie movies. I actually watched it not too long ago. Like, a couple of months back. If there was a definitive way I could probably describe it, it's the most 2000s movie I've ever seen. And, yeah. It was pretty fun to watch. And I knew that the games, subsequently after that, when it moved away from core design to Crystal Dynamics, it shifted gears over to that sort of dichotomy, where Lara's character became more reliant and definitively related to her family as a whole. In which, in the original game, from what little I know from the manual and the first game, as well as even watching subsequent videos after the fact, Lara didn't have anything like to that type of issue. She was more or less an independent renegade that was carving her own path and her story. And so, she was born rich, but she set off from breaking her own traditions after going through what is effectively a survivalist story. She still went through I believe for her, in the original games, it was an airplane crash and she got stranded in the Himalayas or something like that. And in the reboot, she survived a boating incident. The difference is that Lara was the only survivor in the original game, whilst in the reboot she had like other characters supporting her, which isn't a terrible idea, but at the same time it's also kinda, sorta, maybe a little bit taking away her agency, I would say. One moment. No, it's a bit of a stretch to say, I'd say. I would wager, but still, it does feel like that the story that she had upwards to the original game, where she was a literal self-made woman. But yeah, where she was like a literal self-made woman, with the fact that she went on these exploitative adventures for her own gain, and she wrote books about them and such. It's pretty interesting to see how the original Lara was. A lot of her story was quite literally someone that literally carved their own path. She was a trailblazer because she wanted to be. And that was kind of interesting to see. And then you see the reboot, in which, okay, sure, a younger, less sure version of Lara is kind of interesting. Could be interesting as well. But at the same time, how long can you, like, make that type of character? Because, from my understanding, upwards to that point, quite literally, reboot Lara's character while having the illusion and idea of her having like a dynamic character growth is unironically the most static character development you've ever seen throughout any of the games. Because, like, in the first game, sure, she's, unconfident, unsure of a lot of things, and, she's pretty much trying to figure things out, right? That's fine. And then in the second game, she's trying to come to grasp with her being one of the few survivors that made it off the island, and she's got like all this guilt, and she wants to, like, make something of herself, and she's got all this familial doubt to some extent with her family being involved with like some sort of like secret cabal type of thing. It's like, okay, sure, that also is fair, and would make for an interesting arc where she's got like more stuff piling onto her. But by the third game, you'd expect her to be like all sorted out and be more self-assured, self-confident and all that, right? But instead, it's kind of sort of like more same ground tread. It's like, okay, sure, you could still showcase growth with her becoming more and more confident, more of her becoming like a wise ass and all that. That's fine, I'd say. But when her whole thing is like crying over like oh, my family, oh, Trinity and all that, it kind of sort of loses any weight or momentum it had in the first place. And it just becomes kind of awkward when you're just like watching Lara break down as soon as she like stubs her toe or something like that. It's like, yes, we understand, Lara, you have gone through a lot of things. We understand. Do you think you move on and heal a little bit, you would use that to become more productive, as they say? That's kind of how it feels like a little bit, It's just like really awkward, just like... Let me remove the ring real quick to the very least have you see my character at least. Alright, but yeah, no, it just gets really awkward after a while, Just seeing Lara just break down for the upteenth time. It's like, okay, if the story calls for it, sure, but it seems like the story calls for it like every 50 seconds or so. In the original... Yeah, in the original Tomb Raider games, Lara never really had that type of moment where she broke down, to that extent at least. I know there's probably like a few moments where she's probably doubted herself in doing what she's doing, For example, like destroying the world type of thing. But at the same time, she kind of like shakes it off, just like, no, no, no. This is what I wanted. I reap both benefit and consequence type of deal, you know? I mean, it's both a character flaw and somewhat also a character strength, now I'm thinking about it. Makes her more both unlikable and likable. It's like, wow, you are so self-serving that you are just so focused on this thing. I respect that. You know, it's like kind of like that. I feel like core designs, oh hey, what's this? Thunderclap tome. What the hell? Give me a sec, let me see what this is about. Okay. Alright, but yeah, as I was saying, yeah, no, it's just pretty much in the, yeah, as I said, in the first game, she was more or less kind of sort of like a comic book character brought to life, where she's like really self-serving to the point that it's like almost comical with how she is. However, it's like one of those things where it's like, you know what, as much as I want to hate you, I gotta respect you for what you're doing. You know, it's like kind of like that. With the current reboot run and their attempts to like unify Lara, it kind of sort of comes off as like meanderingly trying to like bridge a gap by making what is effectively an anti-hero into a hero. In which, you know, okay, sure, a anti-hero could still be a hero, it's in the name, for crying out loud, but at the same time, Lara's not a good person. Not 100% at least. She's better than the people she's, you know, competing with, but she's not a good person. Like I mentioned before, she is very self-serving and very selfish. So, you know, is that really someone you want to try and make a good person out of in that sense? Where you like gut out everything that's like makes them, you know, interesting, engaging, and edgy, and then you just like put what is effectively like the, you know, you just put what is effectively like you know, nubs on them or something like that to like nullify their edges or something. It's like trying to cut something with a knife and using the sheath it came with. It's like, okay, sure, it's not as effective and you could still do it, but you're not cutting anything like it's supposed to. You know, it's kind of like that, I'd say. Especially, I've seen the Netflix animation that they made for Tomb Raider. And while I've not watched all the episodes, I feel like I've watched enough where I feel like I've watched enough where I could pretty much tell beat for beat that it's just going to be more of the Survivor version of Lara. And yeah, Survivor Lara is not fun Lara. Fun Lara is the type of person to be clumsy and Fun Lara is the type of person to be clumsy and just clamoring about her way throughout the entire adventure. She gets her way and has badass moments, undoubtedly, but she is just a fucking junkie for adventure and just that high of adrenaline. There's no doubt about it. That's how it should be, at least. But yeah, no, just... I honestly don't know if Eidos... No, wait, not Eidos. I don't know if... Is Crystal Dynamics still... No, I think they are, kind of, sort of. Yeah, I got the Imp Gall. Yeah, thank you. Of course, of course. Apologies for the delay. The Grand Aegis. What's this? Nice. I am still invisible right now. This is what happens when you have constant invisibility right now. There we go, now I have a constant shield effect instead. Nice. That's right, I got energy shield, baby. Alright, let's fast travel over to Coral. I got a bunch of stuff I gotta deposit. Alright, so yeah, I don't know. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Crystal Dynamics is currently under the Embracer Group. However, with their current track record right now, especially after the Avengers, their botched Avengers game, I'm not sure if they would have any... I'm not sure if they would be doing any major projects other than Tomb Raider, in which fans have been making their feelings known about Tomb Raider for a while now. Yeah, people are making their feelings known about Tomb Raider, in which I'm not sure if it'll be listened to, if I'm being honest, but I wouldn't be totally surprised if, you know, he's like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Crystal Dynamics tries to like backpedal their goals and ambitions a bit. I mean, at the same time, they probably won't because they've invested a lot of time, money, and manpower to it. But honestly, with the way things are going for them, it kind of seems like it's gonna go tits up a bit. Yeah, fucking wine babies stuff is done. Sure, what's going on about Blackwood Company? Sure. So, what work do we need done? Alrighty. Alrighty. So, let me think. Where does that guy live? I know it's probably like somewhere in the lower end of Coral, maybe. I think that shack might... No, wait, that shack is a shop. I'm really trying to remember. Where does he live? It's like some sort of like hut. Oh, there it is. I think that's his house right there. Yeah, this is where he lives. Not here directly, but... Oh, no. Shit, I was right on the money. Okay. Alright, so... I think I'm trying to really think about like what complaints are there about Lara besides like the stuff I mentioned where she's like a crybaby now and she's just lost all her edge. I think one of the things that besides that was just like the way she's designed. She's no longer, well, one moment. So, what's this about Blackwood Company? Why are they so effective? Why haven't we stopped them? Azani Blackheart. And the Blackwood Company. So, what now? I'm in. Tell me about Azani Blackheart. Do I have any work in Leowin? No, I don't think I do. Damn it, if only it was in Shaden Hall. Alright, so I'm trying to think. I think throughout the entire, for the games, as well as even the animated show, people were kind of complaining as well as mentioning the fact that Lara wasn't as well designed as before. One of the things was the fact that I'm just gonna cut the fat at this point. The fact that she got breast reduction surgery, as well as the fact that she looks broader than a broadside barrel. That's one of the complaints that was made. And if I'm gonna be honest, I could definitely see that being the case a little bit. Lara was always robust, for lack of a better word, but she was also fit as well as athletic as well. This is easily seen throughout all of Core Designs. She was feminine, sure, but she still had her athletic prowess, for lack of a better word, and acrobatic prowess too. Now in the reboot, she can't even do any of that. Shit, she could barely even use a gun. Half the time, I make a joke throughout the entirety of my playthrough of Rise of Tomb Raider and the reboots, the Survivor Tomb Raider. I make fun of the fact that throughout that time, Lara was so fucking clumsy that I literally just, anytime I dodge, I just went, "Cave Woman Lara! Cave Woman Lara!" And she just like, anytime she like grabs like something off the ground or uses her climb bar, it's just so fucking hilarious just seeing and watching that unfold. I mean, it's brutal and it's realistic, sure, but at the same time, I don't know, I kind of like the original Laura where she was like she was athletic and acrobatic. In fact, that was like one of her many defining features. Do you know the fact that her pulling off a handstand puts her a cut above the rest of anybody else that could do that shit? She takes her time with that shit. She could do it easy too. But anytime you see her like do the handstand and she's like slowly putting herself down, that's when you know she's fucking flexing. And the fact that she can't do that anymore, I'm miffed. I'm disappointed. I'm angry. Well, angry is a bit of a strong word, I will admit. But I'm mad the fact that she doesn't pull that shit off. I can't pull that shit off. The only other guy I could name off that could probably do that shit is Nightwing. And he's fiction. But yeah, no, it's a lot of changes to her character is just pretty. Okay. Alright, where's the Blackwood Company's place? I wonder if Blackwood Company's supposed to be a play on words of like some other place. You know, let's walk there. I'm not gonna fast travel. But yeah. Man, if for whatever reason I decide to make a game, and get ready to hear me say that a lot, I'm just gonna do what my instincts tell me to do and just try and do my damnedest just to make a really good fucking game with characters that are, if I'm gonna do a dramatic story, make them the most over-the-top dramatic type character possible. And if I'm gonna do like a serious, thriller type of thing, kind of sort of do the same thing but toned down to match the theme of it. Hell, if I'm just gonna make something that I like, I'd probably just do like a combination of comedy, wit, just a combination of comedy, wit, as well as a little bit of trying to think of what else. Yeah, comedy, wit, and a little bit of action, drama, and of course a little bit of seriousness to it, And that's what I would do, at least. I mean, how hard... Well, I shouldn't say that. It's a combination of just trying to maintain equal balance, but still. How infeasible would that be to do? Blank in March. Just make a lot of pretty ladies and a lot of strong men that also are handsome too. And also strong ladies that are pretty too. Just make everybody pretty. Who wants to play a average schmo other than me? Alrighty. I can't wait for the Narim remastered mod to come out. You know it's gonna happen somehow. Acrobatics increased. pain is weakness leaving the body. Is there any way I'm gonna get like a Daedric short sword somewhere around here? That'd be pretty cool. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going somewhere. Just a normal tonic. Man, I miss Vilya. I really do. She was the best companion in Oblivion. And Skyrim, now that I'm thinking about it. God, it's fucking crazy to think that an author of a well-known author that's, well, relatively well-known author. I don't know him myself because I don't read books. It's funny to think that Vilya herself was made by Vilya herself was made by someone who is already familiar with Elder Scrolls modding, but just as well someone who was well versed in writing books too. Shit, I'm eating crap right now. Damn it. Oh, fuck me. Oh no, I died. I wonder if Emma would be willing to remake her mod for the remaster. That'd be pretty interesting to see again. I'm not sure if she would be willing to voice act for it, but then again... Yeah, then again, I don't think anybody would oppose to it. That mod was very extensive and deep. It was arguably one of the gold standards of companion modding to this day as well. It really is genuinely crazy how far companion modding has gone, as well as just what type of stuff we expect from it. This is like the only safe area here, like what the fuck? There's really not much here. Right now I got fucking Orin just dying and coming back, you know, usual shit. So what exactly am I looking for right now? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Let me look this up. I don't know if my game like conked out or something, but still. Let's see here. When this happens, try going. Alright, come on, pal. You're with me. Now we gotta drag this dude out. God, this is what happened throughout the entirety of that mission he was in. God, no wonder he fucking lost 20 dudes. Because he kept on eating shit throughout the entire way out. Come on, you can make it. I'm tired of you dying. Nope. Gotta drag him out of the fire and everything right now.
Let's look around.
Oh my god, this is so fucking whatever right now. Right now, Mordrin is eating shit constantly. I don't know what I don't know what I can do for him, to be honest. I just. He's still eating shit. Come on, man. How long can a guy like him eat shit for, huh? Alright, let's leave the dungeon and go back in. He's just constantly in a state of fucking unconscious. Alrighty.
Let's look around. Later.
See.
Let's look around. Later.
Alright, right now I'm kind of...
Let's look around. Later.
See. Okay, so... follow him there when he walks into the room with the platform spikes.
Let's look around. Later.
Should I circle around back to that area then?
Let's look around. Later. Let's look around. Those Odin boys ought to know better. Odin boys say creatures of some sort are attacking their farm. Went on. Later.
I think I gotta pretty much dispatch everything that's here. So I probably missed like a rat or something along the way.
Let's look around. Later.
I'm stumped. I really am stumped here. What the fuck? Let's see. Oh my fucking god, though. It's just so fucked. Alright, let's reload back real quick. So maybe I gotta... I'm trying to think.
We need to check out Oblivion. Come on, I'll follow. We need to...
Alright, I think I might have accidentally broke the quest a bit. I should remark I don't have any mods on, because for one thing, I'm not doing any remaster modding. But still, let's see. Alright, let's just go straight to Arpenia. No sidetracks or anything, just straight out Arpenia.
Let's look around. Wait. Let's look around. Wait. Let's look around. Wait.
Okay. So far, so chaotic. Come on. Oh, God.
Nothing. I knew it. Azani Blackheart isn't here. Alive or dead.
Where would he be?
The bastards. There was no battle. Azani must have made a deal with the Blackwood Company. My guess is that they paid him off. They get the weapon for Arthur, collect the payment, and tell Azani where the Mage is. Easy for Blackheart to retrieve the weapon and collect it.
What do we do now?
We find Blackheart and get that weapon. We'll finish his contract and let all of Cyrodiil know what happened to him. Blackheart has a fascination with these alien ruins. There's one northeast of here. Itar. My bet's they will his face. We'll show them.
Alrighty. Jeez. It's alright, we gotta let this guy lead. Let me see. Do I have any magic that's... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember making this long heal spell a while ago. Huh? Trying to remember. I think it has a higher. Yeah, the fatigue restoration is a lot faster than. It's much more long lasting compared to the heal. Oh, thank fuck, though. We managed to get out, though. That's something. Hey, boss, you think you could get me a full set of Daedric armor or something? And I'm surprised that... Surprised this guy's not wearing anything more than iron. I think he'd be wearing, like, steel or something, but no. I wonder how long it'll take before someone adds, like, Morrowind style ebony armor. That's not the actual, you know what I mean, Skyrim styled armor. I would totally want to see something like that because ebony armor in Skyrim is just, it's just fucking great. And Daedric armor in Skyrim, equally great and better, arguably. I know, you got in my way. Man, sometimes I can't help but think back to like the older Oblivion jank. There's something about the older Oblivion that has its charm. Maybe it's just the fact that it kind of reminds me and looks like a dreamscape to me, whilst here it looks like a lucid dream more than anything. Which isn't bad, but, you know, still. But yeah, no, I can't help but think back to the original Oblivion and how that game kind of felt like a dream. And here it feels like, I don't know, grim reality a little bit. Then again, this entire game is the fabrication in mind of a dream. The story of a godhead that's just like incomprehensible. Everything and nothing is canon. As soon as you pull back, you just see my character in like a planescape esque map or something like that, where it's got like various different levels of planes, and then you pull back from that and it looks like a giant cosmos, and then when you pull back from that you see like a godhead sleeping, and when you pull back from that you just see like a group of people just like gathering around this godhead and be like, this one is gonna be the next god, and then you pull back from that one and it's just like you see like ad infinitum like all sorts of shit going on. It just continues to show godhead after godhead just sleeping, and that's it. That's Elder Scrolls lore in a nutshell. Well, you thought I was bullshitting?
He's here, son. He's here, son.
Alrighty, keep pushing forward. A lot of things aren't tolerated with me around. Alrighty, clearly the short sword's the way to go. I mean, long sword's great, you know, but arming sword is clearly better. This has just gotta be a sight, though. Just see a guy with what may as well be a gladius or something. Just charging at you. See. Damn it, no Daedric. See here. Alrighty. Damn, and he's not wearing Daedric. No, he's got the Daedric helmet, but. Let's see here. What did he got? Blackheart ring. Sinweaver. Interesting. Oh no, he had a bound helmet. That's not as fun. No, that's just disgusting, if I'm being honest. I feel gimped, I feel had, I feel bamboozled. Let's see, where's my repair hammers? Actually, better yet, what's this about the Sinweaver? Ooh, woo, woo! I think that's an elven greatsword, but still. Woo, that's a very attractive sword. Yeah, here's the ring. Hey, look at that. The coins look pretty cool looking too. Real Baronzaya. Madness of Pelagius. Sure, it's a good read. I find it interesting that when it comes to greatswords, in Oblivion, greatswords clearly mean claymore. It'd be kind of fun to see how Elder Scrolls 6 tackles the way weapons are made and designed. I kind of hope it returns to having the diverse amount of weapons it had in Morrowind a little bit. At the very least, here in Oblivion, had the same category of weapons be available. As well as even now I'm thinking about some of the skills too, and just the way Oblivion's leveling system works. Short swords will be faster than long swords, but I guess instead of calling them short swords, it'd be more appropriate to call them arming swords, I guess. As that is the, for lack of a better word, quote-unquote, atypical... Jeez. Let me see, do I have anything to boost my acrobatics a bit? It's worth a shot, let's see. Aish. I'm over encumbered. Why am I carrying 2 min? Oh yeah, that's right. Can I drop this? No, I can't. Damn it, I don't have enough height to jump my way up, I don't think. Oh, I just have about... Damn it. This is gonna be a terrible idea, but I need some other way to boost my acrobatics, and I got skooma. This is gonna be hell on my body. No, it's just... No, it boosts speed, that's it. Shit. This is one of those things I kind of wish I had mantle over. Oh, oh, no. Oh, I barely clear it, that's the problem. That's bullshit, though. Alright, whatever. Whatever, I'm over it now. Maybe I shouldn't invest in getting... maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking I should maybe invest in the light armor or something. The question is, do I really want to? Bam, look at that. That's the power of acrobatics, baby. Unintentionally, the thought just occurred to me that Oblivion was kind of sort of a parkour game before Dying Light. The only difference, though, it didn't have mantling. That's the problem. Alright, let's see here. Oh yes, Necromancer Moon. Alright, may as well go to the Imperial City and cash in on some things right there. Hey, how's it going? What's this about Hermanius Lex? Let's see. Let me think for a moment. Let's see what we got. I'm really trying to remember where he might be. Although I actually do know where he is. The problem is trying to track down the person who knows where he is specifically. Let me see.
I got nothing to say to you, fancy man.
I think it was either here or in the Talos district. Oh. Yeah, give me a second. Here. Tell me about the Grey Fox. Yes, well. Yes, let's just say I want to work with him. hear about the Grey Fox? So, can I join the Thieves Guild? Well, let's...
I like that a lot. Don't be silly. I won't fund you. You're full of it.
Oh, yeah?
I won't fund you. I'm not buying that. That's it. You're full of it. You're a big... Where'd you get that? That's good. You got a point. I'm not buying that. That's... Was that supposed to be a compliment? That's it. Blah, 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 whatever. Don't make me laugh. I can't argue with that. Was that supposed to... Where'd you get that? That's good. You're full of it. You got a point. I'm not buying. Where'd you get that? That's good. I'm with you. Everyone is here. Let's begin. Each of you is seeking membership in the Thieves Guild. The Thieves Guild is not a myth. We are followers of the Grey Fox and claim his loyalty. Merely by finding him, we can pass the first steps. It's unusual for us to have three potential recruits at the same time. Rather than a normal test of skill, I'm going to make this a contest. That's not fair. Method Deli good. However, we're happy to say, and the newcomer doesn't stick with me. Whoever brings me the diary of Mantius Montes without killing him,
I'll have it before sunrise.
somewhere in the Imperial City, beggars will hope to locate for a price. I can send you a box.
No need, lockpicks are overrated.
You cannot kill each other during this. Maybe thieves, not murderers.
Right. Killing's the mark of an amateur.
Maybe he lives in the other provinces.
Hey there.
One more coin.
Yeah, I'm looking for a Amadeus.
Anything for you. He lives in the temple district on the far east side.
Thanks.
Blessing.
Oh shit, I just teleported over to the...
Maybe he lives in the
What is it, sister? You have my ear.
You are too late. I...
Hmm. Alright, Temple District.
You are too late. I
If I can't get it from her, so she'll be in the guild and I'll be left out in the cold. Trying to remember. I know that you can actually beat what's her name. Yeah, but yeah, you could actually beat what's her name if you get there sooner. This is actually, I think, the first time I actually failed to get there sooner. Let's see. I'm looking for Methridel. While I'm out here,
The Temple District is by far the most
I'm trying to remember who was the original voice actress for the Dark Elf. No, I don't think it was the voice actress for Ivy. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, no, the voice actress for Ivy from Soul Calibur did this voice acting for the Dark Elves in Skyrim, but I don't think she did the same for. But yeah, I don't think she does it for Oblivion. Let me see. I'm really trying to remember and stir my head where the hell the guy's at. May as well go counterclockwise, see where it goes. I know that the guy has a wife apparently somewhere in the city. So it's a matter of finding him, or sorry, yeah, her to get to him. Yeah, screw it. I've already shown that I'm not above using walkthroughs. And I've already gone through this before, but I'm trying to remember the trigger for it. Let's see here. So I remember distinctly I was able to ask around for Phalian, but for some reason it's not proccing. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. I'm not sure if this was told to me or otherwise. I'm really trying to scratch my head over that.
Hail. Welcome, friend, to the Tiger Septum.
I'm looking for Phalion.
Oh, I know. A wasted life, that one. He lives here, you know, with his sweetheart, a trainer. What that poor girl sees in him, I'll never know. A trainer pays for their room, their food, everything. She's quite wealthy, really. Faye used to have money. Used to be quite a gentleman, too. But that was before he took a fancy to the, you know, the schooner. Now, Faye was hardly ever here. He's off using schooner, wandering the city looking for some, I imagine. He comes back every night to be with a trainer. But only for a few hours this time. That high elf is going to wind up dead if he keeps living like this.
Indeed and in thought. Excuse me. I'm looking for Phalion, actually. Yes. Perhaps you need an ear to listen to. Allow me. Here's some money as a gift. Tell me about Phalion. Alrighty, my speechcraft is now 27. Alrighty, we got a beat as to where Phalion is. Lorkmir's house. Alrighty, let's see. This is the place. Ugh, what a mess this place is. Why would Phelan come here with a dead body here? Maybe he's going through like that one Daniel Radcliffe movie where he played a dead guy for a while.
Hey, whoa! You shouldn't sneak up on people like that. Hey, hey!
Look at him, he's all cracked out and everything.
What are you doing? You're not my friend. What? You know, what do you want? You're kind of weird. You know that? Oh, hey, yeah, I'll talk to you. Later? Yeah, later.
One of those instances where I wish I was Morag Tong instead. Imagine, you just see Phalion going around doing his thing, right? He's going out getting skooma. Then all of a sudden, you know, wham! Ah! He's like, it's all over, lawbreaker. It's like, fuck you, I got papers to kill Phalion, and he died only. So yeah, that's... Imagine Morag Tong instead.
Did you hear about the pair of green recruits that cleaned out a den of thieves near Anvil?
Not a chance.
How did the Dark Elf become Count Chaden Hall? King Helseth and Varencia have considerable influence, and Helseth and Indaris are cronies. Get it?
Good to know.
Take care. Hello, Evoker. Have you been to the Dark Fissure yet? We need to know all we can about the necromancers.
What do you know about the Imperial Orrery?
A most fascinating contraption. Othio is one of the few who understands how it worked and kept it running.
Yeah, about the necromancers.
So you saw them. The altars must be infused with some kind of power to change over the soul chambers. I shall pass the news on to the council. Most troubling indeed to know that these are not merely myths. I also fear their numbers may be greater than we believed. You have again performed admirably. You have my thanks, and that of the council as well.
Right. Am I getting in advance?
You become more valuable to the guild with each passing day. The guild wishes to reward that, and so you are raised to the rank of conjurer. Accept these robes and wear them with pride.
Oh, thanks. So you got any work for me?
Seek out Archmage Triley. He's personally requested that you see him for your next assignment.
Oh, great. Okay.
Take care.
Does the Archmage, like, come down, or...
Look at the muscles on you.
Yeah, I know, I'm very muscular for, Yes, I'm very muscular for,
Greeting.
for a
It is high
mage.
time that we met face to face, don't you think? Ravenous
Oh my god, he's got the hair of Timothy Chalamet.
quickly and show great promise. I now intend to put your talents to a more direct test. I have a difficult task, but you can perhaps assist me.
Sure, what's that task?
Are you prepared to begin?
Absolutely not, but still.
Very good. Let me explain what is at stake. The Council of Mages has been aware of the increased necromancer activity in Cyrodiil for some time. It had been our position to sit back and watch what unfolded, but that time has clearly passed. We cannot tolerate these attacks on the Guild. Most of our information on the necromancers has come from an informant inside the cult itself. The Guild members have to research their ranks.
Who's the informant?
Lucianus Alliance. He is not a council member, but has long served the guild here at the Arcane University. Aware of the growing interest in the guild after the ban on necromancy was put into place, he offered to help the council track the cult's actions. With my blessing, he infiltrated the group, and has fed us information for quite some time, until recently. I have not heard from him, and I fear for his safety.
Go on.
The lack of reports from Lucianus has disturbed the council, and they are now concerned about the legitimacy of his information. A group of battle mages were dispatched to Lucianus's last known location with the intent of bringing him in for questioning. I argued against it, but eventually agreed to maintain order in the council. I regret that decision, and that is why I wish to send you there.
Where do I need to go?
Lucianus last reported being sent to the ruins of Nenyon Twill, south of the Imperial City. That is where the battle mages went, south of the White Rose River, nearly halfway to the border of Elsewhere. I'm afraid I know nothing more about the location, or what you may expect to find once you arrive.
What am I supposed to do then?
I fear the battle mages may mistreat Lucianus if they do not mistake him for one of the many necromancers no doubt present in the world. I wish for you to find Lucianus and ensure his safe return to the Arcane University. I do not want anything to go wrong. Please hurry. But if for any reason they are unsuccessful, Lucianus's life will be in forfeit. You must make sure he is safe. Go now, and bring word to me as soon as he has been escorted to safety.
Very well.
Thank you. Know that I would not ask such a thing of you if I did not feel it was urgent, or that it was beyond your capabilities. I shall await your return. Make haste. Lucianus is in danger.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's go to the Imperial Waterfront, cash in on the Thieves Guild thing. Cash in on me being a Thieves Guild member, and then afterwards just work my way into being... going down south. Hello. Yeah, I got the Thieves Guild test.
Congratulations. You have returned with the diary. You have earned the right to join the Thieves Guild. You now owe your loyalty to our guild minister, Gray Fox. He has 3 rules you must follow.
Sure.
First, never steal from another member of the guild. Second, never kill anyone on the job. This is not what our brother do. Animals and monsters will be slain if necessary.
So, got any jobs?
Jobs? We're thieves, not masons or scribes. Look, you're on your own as a thief. Go find a likely looking house, case the joint to see when the owner is gone. When he leaves, you break in and steal some stuff. You don't need special permission or orders to do that. However, find that you can only sell stolen property to one of our guild fences. Most other merchants won't take hot merchandise.
So, we all work alone?
Well, sometimes the guild gets a special permission. You know, guaranteed pay to acquire certain items from special clients. You should check in with your doyen every once in a while to see if there are any commission jobs available.
Right, so... Got any special jobs?
You need more experience before you can use your commission job. Ongar tells me that you haven't turned in much loot lately, when you've contributed enough to the guild coffers.
Alright, fine. Alright. Yeah, shitty hide you too. Ognar the Fence. Who the fuck is he? All the way on Bruma? You fucking kidding me? Yeah, alright.
I see you're a follower of the Grey Fox. I see you're a follower of the Grey Fox too.
It's you! Yes, you! You are the follower of the gay fox! I'm sorry, it just writes itself. Yes, I am a juvenile. Man, for someone swimming in plate armor, he's diving in and out like a goddamn fish. What the hell's going on with my character right now? Oh, jeez, seriously, what is going on with my character, though? As my character runs, he just leaves a trace of fuck knows what behind him. You see my character just glide across the sky like crazy, though. Just imagining that now, actually. Unfortunately, there's not that many good-looking light armor, if I'm not mistaken.
What are you doing here?
I was sent here.
Mad, sending you here alone? There's no time. I was waiting for us. I knew we were coming. Keep looking. There's no time to waste. Follow me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh wow, he survived. Well, this guy survived, and yet he kicked it in the end. Right, so my armor got shredded almost immediately. Let me see here. Where's my repair hammer? There it is. Not even a moment to react. Oh boy, I'm just carrying a lot of stuff, aren't I? Let's see here. Ugh. Just eating a lot of Daedric hearts. It cannot be good for me. Hey, Daedric mace and a Hoarfrost staff. Pretty sick. Let's see here. Maybe it's a good time to try and improve my blunt skill. Let's see here. Sure, do that. And just guess I have so many potions of healing. God. Must have put him out of his misery right now, I suppose. See, blunt, get more damage or more durable. Oh boy, at this point I'm just actually gonna friggin' break a lot of armor at this point. Gotta get good at using blackjacks. Blunt increased to 17. Alrighty. Alrighty, I'm so close to getting that boost to my skills, guys. Alright, let's clock in at the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. It's getting kind of late on my end as well, actually. I'm gonna start wrapping up in T-minus 10-20 minutes. Get enough for like 2 missions or so. Yeah, do you know where Chiva is? God, what I wouldn't give to have a fucking window. Let me see. What does my agility dictate, actually, real quick? Short swords, bows, daggers. Huh, okay. And how quickly I regenerate fatigue. Alright, yeah, you know, I should really probably scale my agility then. And my agility is not that good. My blade skill's compensating like crazy, though. So, what can you do, I guess? But yeah, my blade skill's just doing a lot of the fucking heavy lifting then. Oh, look at him. Wearing a full set of Daedra.
The high Oblivion now swims in the maelstrom of darkness at the feet of our blessed fathers, and there were no witnesses to your handling. Because of the discretion you exercised, Captain Philida will not suspect the Dark Brotherhood was involved and will not meddle in our affairs. Here is your reward and bonus. Both have been well earned. Go now and
What did I get? There's a bonus. I have no idea what I got as a bonus, to be honest. I literally got like a shitload of crap in my back pocket. Let me see here. The bonuses of the Dark Brotherhood. Let's see. Oh, I got the bow, Shadow Hunt. It's not bad, I guess. The thing is, it's a steel bow from the looks of it. So it's not that good. Yeah, it's just not that good.
You were forced to eliminate everyone? Even the non-essentials?
So you heard? Yes, yes, it was quite remarkable. The head just wouldn't settle.
Oh boy. Taking forever just to go from point A to point B and just to find that fucking furry traitor.
Well, if I may have a word.
Of course. What is it?
Everyone's talking about your latest exploits. Not only did you eliminate the target, but the 6 Imperial Legion escorts as well. Most impressive.
Yes, Mother. I need to ask you about your husband. I heard there were some complications.
Oh, you must mean the orphanage contract. Well, it's true. The children actually tried.
You again?
Let's see. Well, I guess with my bow. Jeez, damage on Shadow Hunt is just shit though. Like legit fucking garbage.
Just take your trinkets and go. That is as honest as making a
Alright, there we go. Back at running at full speed.
I have another contract when we're ready. One that will rely on your ability to remain fully protected.
Sure. What's going on?
Far to the west, there lives a fierce warlord and his company of loyal mercenaries. Your target is the warlord, Duke.
Sure.
Excellent. Now listen closely. Nestled in the mountains to the west lies Fort Such. It is the home of the warlord Roderick has recently taken over. He now lies in eternal slumber, kept alive only by the daily administration of a powerful medicine. You must infiltrate Fort Such, find
Alrighty. So go to Fort Such. I think he probably discovered it at some point. I'm really trying to remember. Oh no! Oh well, actually, I saw it. That's really about it. Okay. All right. Let's do this quest then, and then we'll pull out from there, and we'll probably continue tomorrow. Alrighty. It's getting late on my end, actually, so I really gotta get to wrapping this up soon, but like I said, after Fort Such, we'll call it there. You would have thought short swords and daggers would have also scale with strength, but I guess not. What can you do? If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this in the full set. Here it is, Fort Such, such as it is. Alrighty. I've successfully entered Fort Such. Now I must locate Roderick's medicine and replace it with a bottle of poison.
Sustaining Roderick's life, or just postponing his death. How can he survive for so long without
Alrighty. Roderick's skin is pale and covered in a sheen of sweat. It's obvious he's struggling for his life against whatever illness has claimed him. Alrighty. In and out. No fatalities, no nothing. Only one must die. Maybe I should apply for Morag Tong at some point. Alrighty. Just cash in this mission and then wrap up from there. Hey, is that a guy wearing Dark Brotherhood armor? No, wait, that's silly. Why would anyone wear that? Why is there a bloody handprint on there? Must be from the last person he must have killed in self-defense, that's all.
Actually, I just came a bodyguard.
So you were. Yes, yes, it was quite a lot. The head just wouldn't say. So, lies, I swear, Lieutenants were nasty.
Yes, well, if there's one thing you know how to do, is get yourself out of an unwinnable situation.
So you infiltrated Fort Sash, remained undetected, and replaced the medicine with the poison I provided. You are truly a master of shadow. It pleases me greatly to offer you this reward and a well-earned bonus. Go now, rest. I'll have another contract ready whenever you want.
It fills my heart with both.
What did I get? Now let me see here. Deceiver's Finery.
So, are you ready to mingle with the new house guests? The contract is waiting.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Do you like parties? Because you've been invited to one. Of course, you'll be killing all the other guests. Are you ready to attend?
Tell me.
Splendid. You need to go to the sea to the left. You will meet up with 5 very unlikely guests. In order to receive your bonus, you must kill each guest secret one by one. If anyone sees you committing murder, that bonus is forfeit. The guests believe there is a chest of gold hidden in the house, and have
Alright. Alrighty. Time to pull out. Aish. Give me a second. Alright, that'll be all for this one. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this stream. If you want to see more, I'll be streaming again, possibly tomorrow, to continue this campaign of guild quests. So yeah, till then, take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon in the next one. I gotta take care of my allergies right now. Bye bye.